Mesdames, Messieurs, bonsoir. Before I expose my deficiency in French, I'll turn to English. It is my great pleasure to be here on this grand occasion, and indeed a great honor for me, as well as for Bangladesh, to receive this prestigious award from the International Juvenile Justice Observatory. I'm truly humbled by the gesture afforded to me. It is a recognition of years of serious endeavors to change the lot for 75 million children of Bangladesh. I think nobody in this room will deny that children across the globe are vulnerable and they need care and protection. We all, each of us here, care for our own children. And who will care for those children who are out in the streets and who have very little care in this world? Particularly those children who are in conflict with the law, I feel need more attention from us because they find themselves in a situation, a cycle of crime for which they are themselves not responsible. They are petty thieves, sometimes more serious criminals, and remember the fact that they were not born criminal. No child is born a criminal, but they find themselves in this situation, I say, because of the failure of their parents, failure of the community, failure of the governments, because we have not been able to provide for them what they need. There are some countries in this world who have taken on board the provisions of the Convention of the Rights of the Child. This convention has come as a boon to the world. But then there are still many countries who have not yet taken on board the beneficial provisions. I have tried in the last 8-10 years to implement or get our government and other agencies to implement the provisions of the CRC in Bangladesh. We have now got a law in position since 2013. But then there still remains the question of implementation. Sadly, I find that the attitude of the people who are dealing with children is still very hostile. As Renate has said, we do not treat our children as we ought to. We treat them in a demeaning way. We treat them as if they mean nothing, as if they are nothing. I must express my gratitude to the government of Bangladesh, who have supported and cooperated in giving due relevance to judgments of the High Court Division, the Supreme Court of Bangladesh. Their prompt action has aided the Supreme Court in materialization of the directions and recommendations. Our achievement in this field is varied and diverse. We've got the Children Act in position. We have managed to ban corporal punishment in all the educational institutions. We have now new laws on trafficking. We are in the process of enacting laws relating to child marriage. Serious efforts are being made in order to establish a Children's Commission or Ombudsman. But still a great deal is needed to be done. I remember only a few weeks ago, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, said at the 70th commemoration of D-Day, everything we do for the young. And so we must, because it is for them that we live. If you think about it carefully, we live for our children, for their benefit, for their future. I'm greatly encouraged by the award that I'm being given today. I feel perhaps many of my colleagues in the audience today are more deserving than I am. But it is a recognition which I hope we will all get one day. Children who are well looked after make good and productive citizens. They aid in the prosperity of the nations. Finally, I may be permitted to finish with the words of my hero, late lamented Nelson Mandela, who said, "There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way it treats its children." We all need to treat our children better than we do. I thank the International Juvenile Justice Observatory, and for all of you here present, thank you. Good evening.